Some human lives are so extraordinary, they sound like someone made them up after midnight, and then reality shows up with receipts. Across the world, rare people are living with remarkable bodies, unexpected abilities, rare medical conditions, and stories that completely destroy society's narrow definition of what a person should look like or be capable of doing. Some were ignored, mocked, underestimated, or told their future had already been decided. They answered by becoming athletes, artists, models, musicians, journalists, advocates, and living proof that human resilience can get wildly creative. This episode of Epic Human Stories is not about staring at differences. It is about what happens when courage, adaptation, medical breakthroughs, self-acceptance, and raw determination collide. Stay with us, because every story ahead is real, and impossible is about to have a very bad day. Number 15. Leslie Lemke. Consider the life of Leslie Lemke, a child born without sight and dealing with profound physical disabilities that seemed to completely isolate him from the world. Though the medical system offered little hope, a determined foster mother named May Lemke stepped forward, refusing to let him be cast aside. For 16 years, Leslie lived in almost total silence, completely unable to communicate. Then came an unforgettable evening. A sophisticated classical music composition began playing from a nearby television set. At 16 years old, Leslie suddenly walked over to a piano and flawlessly recreated the entire intricate arrangement from memory, despite never having a single lesson. This astonishing breakthrough marked the beginning of his life as a musical savant, a man capable of perfectly reproducing thousands of complex pieces after hearing them just once. Over time, Leslie became a globally recognized figure. His unique story challenges our understanding of human capability, shifting the focus away from his medical hardships and toward the incredible depth of his internal resilience. Yet, even as audiences celebrated his brilliance, an underlying mystery remained completely unresolved. Number 14. Asher Nash. Observe Asher, whose striking blue eyes confidently hold the camera's gaze. Though born with Down syndrome, he refuses to let a genetic condition define his boundaries or limit his potential. While medical labels often try to categorize his life, Asher responds with profound self-assurance. Every photograph taken is more than just a visual image. It serves as a powerful reminder that human beauty cannot be narrowly standardized. However, an unexpected corporate obstacle was about to challenge his journey. This journey took a decisive turn in 2016. Asher's mother bypassed standard channels, sending his modeling portfolio straight to a major advertising corporation. The reply was incredibly harsh. The brand explicitly noted that they had no place for children with disabilities, favoring traditional conformity instead. Refusing to accept this corporate dismissal, his mother shared his photogenic smile across social media platforms, igniting a powerful global conversation. The online posts quickly went viral, drawing millions of viewers and catching the immediate attention of the clothing brand OshKosh. Recognizing his immense appeal, the company signed Asher to lead a major new advertising campaign. This milestone soon triggered a broader shift across traditional modeling industries. Asher's authentic charm did more than just win over audiences. It directly challenged conventional media definitions of normalcy, creating a lasting impact. Asher's journey demonstrates that living with a genetic condition does not mean a life spent hidden away. Instead, it serves as a powerful spark for change. Stories like his challenge society to abandon outdated biases, demanding real inclusion, while leaving us to wonder how the industry will evolve next. Number 13. Eric Lynch. Eric Lynch was born with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and congenital limb differences. These conditions kept his height to around 90 centimeters and required him to use a wheelchair for life. To outside observers, his future might have seemed limited. But Eric possessed a remarkably bold, outspoken personality. He was strong, fearless, and completely refused to accept society's pity. Instead of stepping back, he chose an entirely different path by entering the entertainment industry. His sharp, edgy wit and distinct charm turned him into a breakout sensation on American radio. This success opened doors to Hollywood, allowing Eric to realize his lifelong dream of acting. Audiences soon spotted him guest starring on popular television shows like Fringe and Legit. Eric passed away peacefully in 2014, but his story leaves a lasting legacy. It proves that greatness is never defined by a person's height, but by the pride, confidence, and determination to pursue their passion to the very end. Do you think a strong passion can shine brighter than physical limitations? Let us know your thoughts on Eric Lynch's journey below, and remember to like and subscribe. Number 12. Kennedy Hubbard. Kennedy was born with a severe condition affecting her tissue circulation, a massive lymphatic malformation that covered her entire mouth and jaw. From a biological standpoint, this growth stemmed from abnormal development within her lymphatic vessels. It formed an invasive soft tissue structure, creating a severe facial difference across her lower face. In a world focused on symmetry, Kennedy faced the immediate threat of social isolation just for looking different. More than just a medical challenge, Kennedy's condition served as a direct test of her community's capacity for empathy. Mean comments from peers often threatened to damage a vulnerable child's emotional well-being. Yet, instead of turning to homeschooling to shield her daughter from potential bullying, Kennedy's mother made a deliberate decision. She placed her child directly into the mainstream school system. This move was far from a careless risk. It was a calculated effort to help Kennedy develop a strong emotional defense against the harshness of the real world. Her mother believed that facing society early on would prevent her from being defined by a victim mentality. Ultimately, it would teach her how to navigate life as an independent person. Number 11. Joanne O'Riordan. Joanne O'Riordan was born in Cork, Ireland, with an exceptionally rare condition called tetra amelia syndrome. This meant she came into the world without arms or legs. Rather than yielding to adversity, her life became a powerful example of human determination and adaptation. From early childhood, she had the complete backing of her family. She learned to use her mouth, chin, and shoulders to navigate everyday activities. This allowed her to master everything from operating modern technology to writing. Instead of viewing her situation as a barrier, Joanne maintained a vibrant optimism and a sharp confidence. This mindset ultimately enabled her to fully integrate into society and pursue a formal education. A pivotal moment in her journey arrived in 2012. At just 16 years old, she delivered a speech before the United Nations. During the address, she challenged leading scientists across the globe to develop a robot that could assist people living with similar disabilities in their everyday lives. This moment brought her widespread international recognition. Furthermore, it underscored the clear vision of a young person determined to use technology to bridge the gap in human capability. Soon after the documentary No Limbs, No Limits chronicled her daily routine, sharing her message of determination with a global audience. Her momentum only grew from there. Joanne earned a degree in criminology from University College Cork and transitioned into a career as a prominent sports journalist. Today, she regularly contributes to mainstream media outlets, offering an expert viewpoint on the field. Ultimately, her journey redefines the very meaning of the word limits. She demonstrates that physical boundaries only turn into real barriers if we permit them to restrict our thinking. Rather than dwelling on limitations, Joanne centers her attention entirely on what can be achieved, constantly finding innovative ways to reach her objectives. Her path serves as a clear reminder to a new generation that human worth does not depend on physical traits, but on resilience during hardships and an optimistic perspective. She fully embodies the concept of converting difficulties into a drive for broader impact, prompting others to look past daily frustrations, take direct action, and carve out their own purpose. Number 10. Slick Woods. Simone Thompson, widely recognized by her stage name Slick Woods, became an influential American fashion model who helped reshape conventional beauty standards on a global scale. Born in 1996, her early life was defined by extreme upheaval. She grew up without the stability or care of a supportive family from a very young age. This instability eventually led her to spend extended periods experiencing homelessness on the streets of Los Angeles. While poverty and adversity seemed poised to completely obscure the young woman's future, her trajectory shifted when a male model accidentally discovered her. This encounter gradually guided her into a professional artistic career. She made a powerful impression with the wide gap between her front teeth, a diastema, and a rebellious buzz cut dyed in bold colors. This distinctive look set her unmistakably apart from thousands of other models. Slick Woods quickly captured the attention of major fashion houses, notably becoming a key muse for singer Rihanna in global campaigns for the Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty brands. She created an iconic moment by confidently walking the runway while 9 months pregnant. The appearance sent a powerful message about the strength and authentic beauty of women. Yet her trials extended past a difficult childhood. At the peak of her career, Slick Woods faced another life-altering hurdle when she was diagnosed with melanoma. Even though grueling chemotherapy sessions weakened her body and hindered her movement, her determination remained unbroken. She consistently stepped into the public eye with a vibrant smile, high energy, and an optimistic outlook. Slick Woods' remarkable path of overcoming hardship provides a deep lesson about resilience, courage, and self-worth. Coming from difficult circumstances or possessing physical differences never establishes the boundaries for what a person can achieve. True character emerges when we choose to embrace our authentic identity while constantly pushing forward through severe hardships. No matter how difficult individual circumstances become, holding tightly onto self-worth, deep belief, and an unbroken resolve allows us to completely shift the trajectory of our lives. Ultimately, this enables us to build a meaningful, distinct path on our own terms. Number 9. Bashir Aziz. Throughout his childhood, Bashir Aziz constantly dealt with the curious glances of those around him. The noticeable differences in his physical appearance left him feeling isolated and deeply self-conscious. This stemmed from vitiligo, a condition that causes the loss of skin and hair pigment, creating distinct white patches across his body. Today, he has moved past those profound insecurities, owning his look to work confidently as a professional model. Fearing judgment. Bashir initially shielded himself by constantly wearing hats and pulling on long clothing. He completely withdrew from the world around him. But as he grew older, he realized that a life spent in hiding would never lead to true happiness. He chose to change his perspective, actively, learning to face and fully embrace his body. When he entered the modeling world, Bashir turned the skin patches that once brought him shame into defining, visually compelling features. His confidence and distinct look rapidly drew the attention of major fashion labels. In the process, he became an inspiring figure, actively challenging conventional standards of beauty. Bashir Aziz's journey offers a clear lesson in self-respect and courage. Physical differences are never flaws to reject. They are the distinct markers that give each person individual worth. By learning to truly cherish his own skin, he turned an everyday barrier into a strength. That choice allows him to hold his head high and build a proud, independent life. Number 8. Teresa and Anna Buchholz. Sisters Teresa and Anna show exactly what love and determination can achieve. Born with a congenital condition, both girls lacked arms from birth. Their lives shifted completely when a compassionate elderly foster mother adopted them. Instead of overprotecting the sisters, she used a strict but loving approach to their upbringing, pushing for total independence in daily life. Motivated by that steady encouragement, Teresa and Anna trained their feet to fully replace their hands. Through sheer persistence, they mastered daily routines, skillfully using their feet to eat, write, and handle complex personal tasks. For Teresa and Anna, this lifelong path was about far more than just managing physical hurdles. It was about defining their own worth. The sisters grew up into highly confident, optimistic individuals with vibrant personalities, completely refusing to let their conditions stall their goals or hold them back. Ultimately, their shared journey highlights the massive impact of self-reliance and the vital importance of a family's unwavering trust. They show the world that while physical challenges can alter how a body operates, they cannot restrict a person's inner drive. By choosing active adaptation over self-pity, they prove that deliberate personal effort can break through almost any barrier. Number 7. Hirotada Ototake. Through his celebrated autobiography, No One's Perfect, Hirotada Ototake became a deeply influential figure across Japan and the world. He was born with tetra amelia syndrome, a condition leaving him without arms or legs. To outside observers, these circumstances seemed exceptionally difficult. However, the immense love and respect from his family and school fostered an entirely different perspective. Instead of viewing his body as a defect, Ototake embraced it as a unique personal characteristic. Rather than shielding him from the world, his community pushed him to join in everything alongside his peers, from schoolwork to physical activities. This approach fostered deep independence early on. His journey took a significant leap forward when he earned admission to the prestigious Waseda University. On campus, Ototake balanced his academic requirements with active social advocacy, working directly to reshape how the public views people with disabilities. Upon its 1998 release, his book, No One's Perfect, became a massive publishing phenomenon, breaking down the rigid stereotypes of Japanese society at the time. After graduating, Ototake challenged himself through diverse careers, working as a sports journalist, an elementary school teacher, and a community activist. In each role, he showcased vibrant energy, intelligence, and a remarkable capacity to connect with people, always carrying his distinctive, radiant smile. Ototake's life offers a profound lesson in self-acceptance, completely redefining how we view human happiness. His journey demonstrates that fulfillment is never tied to physical completeness, but rather to the mindset used to confront personal limitations. Ultimately, his story teaches that instead of dwelling on what might be missing, people can fully leverage their unique strengths to make a lasting contribution to society. Ototake serves as a clear example for educators, proving that children raised with trust and fairness gain the strength to break through barriers. His life leaves the world with a vital message. My body may have limitations, but my mind and spirit are free and without limits. Number 6. Parma Ham. Within London's underground art scene, Parma Ham stands out as a prominent model and performance artist. They are recognized for a distinct aesthetic, turning the human body into a living sculpture. This work goes far beyond surface appearance, serving as a dedicated exploration into the true boundaries of personal identity. Through wardrobe choices, cosmetics, and uncommon props, this performance artist crafts a striking image that directly confronts traditional ideas of beauty and urban existence. Parma Ham's life and career serve as a powerful educational testament to the bravery needed to express a person's authentic identity. Ultimately, they teach us that every individual is entirely unique, and that our greatest strength comes from daring to stand out to assert oneself within a crowd. By steadfastly following a unique creative vision through public judgment and critique, Parma emphasizes why we must respect diversity and foster unbound imagination. This journey effectively turns daily life into an artistic manifesto, proving that self-assurance and resolve empower individuals to break down obstacles and excel on their own terms. Number 5. Bablu Pashi. For India's Bablu Pashi, daily life has involved significant challenges since early childhood. He was born with a rare condition that affected the development of his arms, leaving them without natural function. In a community heavily reliant on manual labor, these physical limitations threatened to close off his future opportunities. Yet, Bablu's quiet determination eventually transformed him into a powerful source of inspiration for everyone around him. Rather than accepting a life built on the pity of those around him, Bablu chose a demanding path towards self-reliance by training his feet to act as his hands. Through persistent effort, he mastered intricate tasks requiring high levels of dexterity, actions that often pose a clear challenge even to able-bodied individuals. Today, he feeds himself, maintains his personal hygiene, and, most importantly, works to support his own living. Watching Bablu handle tools and execute technical tasks with his feet leaves a lasting impression on everyone who sees him. But his daily efforts go far beyond simply earning a living. He actively takes part in local community events, using his personal experiences to encourage others facing similar hardships to keep pursuing their goals. Ultimately, his life demonstrates the incredible human capacity to adapt when facing deep adversity. Bablu Pashi's journey highlights the deeper power of independence and the ultimate value of flexibility. His life shows that hardship is never a final stop, but rather a true measure of human creativity and grit. By focusing on finding new paths and building skills rather than waiting for assistance, we can reclaim complete agency over our own futures. Number 4. Akshaj Khandelwal. In India, a young boy named Akshaj Khandelwal has become a clear example of resilience while navigating a rare medical journey. He was born with Klippel-Trenaunay syndrome, or KTS, a vascular and soft tissue disorder that disrupts the natural development of blood vessels and the lymphatic system. This condition caused Akshaj's right leg to grow larger than normal and develop subcutaneous vascular tumors. His story raises vital awareness about diverse genetic conditions while providing valuable insights for medical research, ultimately helping to improve future interventions and the overall quality of life for patients facing similar challenges. Navigating these constant physical hurdles requires a high level of daily endurance. Even with severe mobility challenges, Akshaj meets the world with a positive outlook, showing how vital true empathy is within society. He does not need public curiosity or casual judgment. Instead, he deserves genuine respect and community support. His journey serves as a reminder that every individual, regardless of their differences, holds the inner strength to face adversity and shape their own story. Number 3. Afsheen Gul. In the Sindh region of Pakistan, a young girl named Afsheen Gul has inspired people worldwide through her deep resilience and belief in life's miracles. Her struggles began during infancy. At just 8 months old, an accident severely injured her neck, leaving her head permanently fixed at a 90-degree angle. For over 13 years, she has lived with this constant side lean, dealing with continuous physical pain and the invisible barriers to social integration. Financial hardships at home and a lack of local specialized care meant Afsheen had to endure this reality for years. Through it all, she maintained her innocence and a clear desire for a normal life. A major turning point arrived when global media coverage brought her story to the world, capturing the attention of skilled specialists and generous donors. Through community fundraising, she traveled to India for a complex, high-risk operation to realign her cervical spine. Following dedicated work by her doctors and a lengthy, focused rehabilitation period, Afsheen held her head upright for the first time in over a decade. Widely shared images of her smiling with a straight posture touched millions of hearts, showing how medical science and deep compassion can work together to deliver real miracles. Afsheen Gul's profound journey provides a powerful lesson in patience and the enduring strength of human empathy. Her experience proves that no matter how severe an adversity becomes, it cannot extinguish the basic will to live if hope remains. This story serves as a reminder to always protect the vulnerable members of our communities, because timely support has the power to completely transform a person's destiny. Afsheen defeated more than just physical suffering. She also broke through social stigma and loneliness. Today, she motivates a new generation to value their lives and endure severe hardships. Her journey proves that when individuals stay resilient and the world comes together, no barrier remains truly impossible to conquer. Number 2. Leonid Stadnyk. Born in 1970 within a small village in Ukraine's Zhytomyr region, Leonid Stadnyk lived a life shaped entirely by his staggering physical stature. His towering frame was not a natural trait. At 14 years old, he underwent a brain decompression surgery that inadvertently disrupted his pituitary gland. This medical event triggered a continuous, unstoppable growth cycle. From that moment forward, his height increased relentlessly. He eventually became one of the tallest people in the world, with a recorded measurement surpassing 2.5 meters. Instead of seeking public fame or financial gain from his unique appearance, Leonid chose a quiet, simple life, deeply tied to his homeland. His immense size made basic movement and daily tasks incredibly challenging. Still, he focused on education and graduated in veterinary medicine. He worked at a local farm, devotedly caring for animals, until his health no longer allowed him to continue. Everyday life brought intense logistical hurdles, including a total lack of properly sized clothing and footwear. Yet, he valued privacy over fame, turning down official recognition from Guinness World Records to protect his quiet environment from press intrusion. Leonid spent his later years gardening, keeping bees, and looking after his aging mother, discovering true joy in humble manual labor. Leonid Stadnyk's life offers a moving perspective on humility and the pursuit of inner peace. He proved that even when an individual possesses unique physical traits that draw global fascination, they still maintain the absolute right to define their own path instead of chasing fame and glamour. Leonid showed the world that genuine power is never measured by physical scale, but by deep kindness and an unwavering commitment to personal values. Ultimately, his path prompts us to preserve our personal identity against societal expectations and pressures, while coexisting with nature and valuing life's simpler gifts. Number 1. Bebe Vio. Growing up in Italy, Beatrice Bebe Vio discovered a profound love for the sport of fencing at an early age. Today, she stands as one of the most recognizable and celebrated para-athletes on the entire globe. But her path changed completely when she turned 11 years old. After contracting a severe case of meningitis, medical teams had to perform emergency life-saving surgery. To protect her life, the doctors were forced to amputate both forearms and both legs below the knee. For any young athlete, such a profound loss would signal the end of a sporting career. Yet for Bebe Vio, this transition marked the launch of a completely new chapter. Exactly 1 year following her medical treatment, she returned to the sport using customized prosthetic devices. Relearning how to walk and navigate daily routines was only her first step. Vio also figured out how to anchor a fencing blade to her prosthetic arm to continue her sport. Now she operates as a distinct wheelchair fencer. She competes without any active movement from her natural limbs, controlling her performance purely through technical skill and deep determination. That commitment brought incredible results. Vio captured the gold medal at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games and successfully defended her title at Tokyo 2020. Out on the piste, she is celebrated for her radiant smile and a sharp, competitive spirit that commands global admiration. Beyond sports, she also thrives as a model, motivational speaker, and international symbol of confidence for young people. Her life offers a profound lesson in what it means to be whole. Vio demonstrates that an individual's worth is never defined by what they have lost, but by how they use what remains to create new meaning. Even when encountering heavy challenges, she frequently reminds the world that life is beautiful. Her journey shows that hardship is not a barrier, but an opportunity to build resilience and discover hidden internal strength. Her journey serves as a reminder that the only true defeat is giving up on oneself. Witnessing an athlete with limb differences stand at the peak of sports inspires us to appreciate what we have. It pushes us to chase our dreams despite physical barriers or social biases. Beatrice Vio is more than a sporting champion. She is a champion for life itself, spreading optimism to millions and encouraging them to live a vibrant, meaningful existence. The real shock in these stories is not how different these people appear. It is how fiercely they refused to let the world write their ending. Again and again, rejection became fuel. Physical limits inspired new skills, and pain was transformed into purpose. Their journeys teach us to replace staring with understanding, pity with respect, and judgment with genuine support. Rare conditions may change how someone moves, communicates, works, or competes, but they never erase intelligence, ambition, dignity, or the right to dream. The greatest lesson is almost unbelievable. The human spirit does not simply survive pressure. Sometimes it becomes more inventive, more fearless, and more powerful because of it. So perhaps the biggest question is not what makes these people different, but what we might become when life refuses to follow the plan. Tell us which story stayed with you and why. If this journey meant something, leave a like and subscribe to Epic Human Stories. It helps these voices travel farther. Missed an earlier video? Another unforgettable story may be waiting in the archive. More are already on the way. Until then, stay curious, stay kind, and may life surprise you for all the right reasons.